guys, how are you all? This is me, your Vedantu master teacher Arvind Sir. I welcome you all once again in this session under bridge course. Right? How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? Superb. Great. So as of all of you know that we were discussing the topic modulus, right? I have told you guys how to draw the graphs of modulus. I hope you people are loving that, and keep your attention here. You will learn many more things like that. I can assure you with that. If you learn all of these things which I'm teaching you, definitely you will solve each and every question that will appear to you, and you will definitely kill it, right? So today I'll tell you some important properties of modulus, as well as I'll introduce you guys with another function which is known as greatest integer function. That function is really beautiful, so stay tuned. I'll tell you the important things that you guys will be needing in the future preparation of yours, right? Future IIT JEE preparation, or I can say for any competitive exam, right? All right, so we will move into that quickly, right? Okay, so I told you guys how to draw the graphs of modulus. I hope you people are fine with that. If not, go to my previous videos, you will definitely love them, right? All right, let's talk about some important properties which were left for modulus, right? Important properties. These properties, if you remember, you can solve each and every equation of modulus. All right, important properties. I'm writing it again. All right, guys, super. So I told you in the earlier videos that mod of x, that means what? If I put anything into modulus, the output I get is always positive, right? And since x is a variable, I cannot say that this x is positive or negative, right? If it would have been a real number, I would have said that whether it is positive or not. But if it is negative, I cannot. But if it is a variable, I cannot say whether it is positive or it is negative, right or not, guys? So I can write mod of x as mod of minus x as well, right or not, guys? Right or not? Whatever will be the output of this function will be positive. If I put x equals to, let's say, 2 in it, mod of 2 will be equal to 2, right? And mod of minus 2 from here will also be equal to 2. So I can definitely say that mod of x is equals to mod of minus x always, right or not, guys? Right or not? For whatever value of x we put into this thing, this particular things are equal. One more thing, guys, one more thing. If I take modulus of mod of x again, since this inner thing is positive and I'm taking the modulus of the same positive thing, will it be positive again or not? So I can definitely say if I'm taking modulus of mod of x, that will be again equal to what, guys? Mod of x. So it is a very important property which is true for x belongs to all real numbers, guys, all real numbers, right? Great, super. One more thing which I told you guys in the earlier videos also is that whenever you want to write root of 9, right? Root of 9, you write it as 3, not plus minus 3. I told you guys, right? Whatever the output of under root is, it has to be positive. It has to be positive. And if I'm taking x square under root, right? Under root of x square, since x is a variable, if I write it as x, then it means what? It is wrong. It is wrong. Why it is wrong? Because x is a variable. If something like this is written to me, minus 3 ka square, I know that minus 3 ka square is nothing but equal to 9, right or not? Root of 9, right? Okay, so if I write from here, and as per the rule which we are looking into, right, this, if I write it as minus 3, will it be wrong or not? Will it be wrong or not? Wrong or not, guys? Wrong, right? Why I am saying it? Because whenever I do under root of any number, it always comes out to be positive. I can definitely write root of 9 as 3, no problem in that. But if I'm writing minus 3 ka whole square, its output has to be positive. Its output has to be positive. I told you guys already, right? So it will be mod of minus 3. Mod of minus 3, not minus 3, guys. So whenever I'm taking under root of something, right, and if I want to write down the value it takes after coming out of the under root, I'll always take modulus so that I do not make a mistake which I was making if I write minus 3 ka square as minus 3. This is wrong, guys. Again, I'm telling you, minus 3 ka square is 9, and under root of 9, under root of any positive number always comes out to be positive. That's why I'll put a modulus sign whenever I take anything out of under root, right? We will be using this property in so many problem, guys, right? Look, if you are having an expression like this, under root x minus 1 ka square, you won't write it as x minus 1. You won't write it as x minus 1. Why? I told you guys, right? I told you already. You will always write it as mod of x minus 1. Right or not, guys? Right or not? Everybody clear with this thing? Because if someone can say, sir, if it is like this, and I know that if I write this same thing as 1 minus x ka whole square, then also it is fine because I'm making power 2, right or not? I'm making power 2, right or not? Right or not? If I'm taking a positive number, then also its square will be positive, and if I'm taking a negative number, then also its square will be positive, right or not? So I can write this thing as either this thing 1 minus x ka mod. All right, I'll always take modulus whenever I'm taking something out of under root. Is it clear, guys? Is it clear? Just be clear with this thing. Always take under root, right? All right, I'll tell you next property. All right, and what's that? If I'm writing modulus of x square, I know that x square is always greater than equal to 0 or not. If I'm taking a square of any real number, will it be non-negative or not? Why I'm saying non-negative? Non-negative means it can be positive as well as 0, right? Non-negative means what? It can be positive as well as 0, right? So x square is always non-negative, or I can say it is always greater than equal to 0. And if I'm taking modulus of a number which is always greater than equal to 0, then will it be equal to itself or not, guys? Or not, right? Everybody clear? But if I was taking x in it, mod of x, right, this x can be positive as well as negative, right? That's why I cannot write it as x. Is it clear? Is it clear? The output of modulus function has to be positive, and since we know x square is always greater than equal to 0, you can never find a number, a real number, whose square if you do and you get a negative number. This was proved by one of the greatest mathematicians of India in the 8th century itself, guys, right? Everybody agree? Okay, guys, superb. So be a proud Indian that in 8th century only one of us, guys, that is one of our ancestors have proved it right. All right, superb, guys. Okay, let's learn some more properties of modulus, right? If I'm having something like this, mod of x plus mod of y, that means two different modulus. That means two different modulus, and I want to add them. I cannot write them as mod of x plus y. I cannot write them. I'll tell you why. Right? Number one thing is I cannot add them and put modulus, right? I'll tell you why. if I'm taking x as 1, let's say, right, if I'm taking x as 1 and y as 2, what I'm getting, mod of x plus mod of y is what, guys? Mod of y plus mod of x is what, guys? 3, isn't it? Isn't it? And what is mod of x plus y? Mod of x plus y is what? Is it 3? Okay, let me take you to another case, right? Let me take you to another case. If I'm writing x as -1 and y as 2, right? Y as 2. If I want to write mod of x plus mod of y, it will be again equal to 3, right or not? But what will be the value of x plus y ka mod? What will you guys do? -1 plus 2 ka mod, which will come out to be 1, right or not, guys? Right or not? So in this case, they were equal, but in this case, when I have taken one positive and one negative, these things are not coming equal, right? I'll tell you a few more examples, right? I'll tell you a few more examples. If I'm taking x as -1 and y as -2, what is the value of mod of x plus mod of y I'm getting? Is it equal to 3 or not, guys? Is it equal to 3? Superb. All right. What is the value of mod of x plus y? How will I write it? -y -2 ka mod, which will come out to be what? 3. Isn't it? Right or not? Right or not? I want each and everybody to respond on this. Right or not? All right, superb. I'll take one more example, right? So that after this example, I'll summarize each and everything why I'm taking such kind of values, right? Just stay tuned. All right. What is the, if I take x as, take x as 1, if I take x as 1 and y as -2, right? What I'll be getting? Mod of x plus mod of y will be what, guys? Mod of x plus mod of y will be what? It is equal to 3, right? Okay, what is the value of mod x plus y in this case? 1 minus 2 comes out to be 1 or not, right? What I did, I have taken 4 cases right over here. One is in which both x and y are positive. Both x and y are positive, right? Another case which I have taken in which x is negative and y is positive, right? And third case which I have taken is both negative, that is x is also negative and y is also negative. In the fourth case, I have taken x as positive and y as negative, right? I want to take all of the cases which are possible for adding moduluses, right? What are they? Both positive, inside things I'm talking about, that is what is written inside the modulus, right? If both of these things are positive, right, it can be a case. Both of the things inside the modulus can be negative as well, right? And one positive and one negative can give me 2 another cases as well, right? So in total I'm having 4 cases, but out of these 4, if you guys look at the problem carefully, you will get to know that case number one right over here, that is case number 1, and case number 3, in which case 1 was x into y, if I do, is it positive or not? Is it positive or not? If I want to write x into y in the third case, if both are negative, if both x and y are negative, what will be the sign of x into y I'll be getting? SIGN sign of x into y I'll be getting. Will it be positive again or not? If I multiply -1 with -2, right? If I multiply -1 with -2, I'll get a positive 2 or not. Whenever I multiply 2 negative numbers, I always get a positive number. Everybody agree with me or not? This is the same thing which I have written over here. So in case number 1 and in case number 3, if you guys see closely, that is x into y is greater than equal to 0, x into y is greater than equal to 0, then it satisfies this condition that mod of x plus mod of y comes out to be equal to mod of x plus y. Right or not? Right or not? Look at these expressions carefully, guys. Can we say this thing? If both x and y are positive, positive or both negative, then mod of x plus mod of y will be equal to mod of x plus y, right? But if x and y are of opposite signs, as you can see in case number 2 and in case number 4, this thing is not happening, right? So I can write that mod of x plus mod of y will be equal to mod of x plus y, right? Only if and only if x into y is greater than equal to 0. X into y, this means product of these two numbers which I am putting inside the modulus, guys. That is product of these two numbers, then only I can say that mod of x plus mod of y is equal to mod of x plus y, right? Everybody clear with this thing or not? It is a very important property. People usually make a lot of mistakes in that, right? What they know is 7 plus 2 is equals to 9, right? 7 plus 2 is equals to 9 and 7 minus 2 is equals to 5, right? 7 minus 2 is equals to 5, right? 7 plus 2, if I take modulus of them also, then it will be 9 only, right? Then it will be 9 only. But if I'm writing 7 minus 2, that means if I'm taking modulus of that, then also I'll be getting a value 9. And if I add 7 plus minus 2, what I'll get is 5. Why is this happening? Is because modulus is an absolute value function, absolute value function. The absolute value of minus 2, that is its magnitude, is also equals to 2, right? Everybody clear with this thing or not? Everybody clear with these things or not? Do let me know, guys. I'm eagerly waiting for your responses on this. Everybody clear? So I can tell one more thing from the things which I have learned so far, is that mod of x plus mod of y will be always lesser than equal to mod of x plus y. This means this inequality right over here, guys, means what? Lesser than or equal to mod of x plus y. This inequality means this. Or means if any of the thing out of either this one or this one is happening, then my condition is right. I already told you, guys, I can write 4 is lesser than equal to 4, lesser than or equal to. How do I read it? 4 is lesser than or equal to 4, right? It is equal to 4. That means it is satisfying one condition out of lesser than or equal to, right? It is equal to, so it is satisfying that condition. So this particular thing written over here is true, Again, I'm telling you, guys, whatever I'm teaching, if you get all of these things, your journey with the modulus will be very easy, guys. All right, so stay tuned, learn each and everything which I'm teaching you, guys. You will definitely kill. Okay, kill the question. All right, okay, I'm moving ahead. All right, so why I said it is always lesser than or equal to, I told you guys in the earlier problem. Let's have a look at this. In this case number 2, I was getting mod of x plus mod of y as 3, but mod of x plus y as 1 in both case number 2 and case number 4. Right or not? Right or not? If they were having opposite signs, then their mod of x plus y is always lesser than equal to mod of x plus mod of y. Right or not, guys? Right or not? Agree with me or not? Agree with me or not? All right, agreed. Superb, guys, superb. All right, so I'll take you to one more thing, right? I'll take you to one more thing, the basic inequalities. We will be studying inequalities in depth under the bridge course series only. But here I want to give you people a very basic idea of the moduluses inequalities, right? If I'm having an expression like this, mod of x is lesser than equal to 2. What do I mean? My absolute value, that means my magnitude of the particular thing written under the modulus should be less than 2, right or not? If I draw a number line like this, I know how to draw a number line. I hope everybody knows this. All right, this is 0 over here, this is 2 towards the right hand side of the or 0, and towards the left hand side of the modulus, left hand side of the 0, I'll be having minus 2, like this or not, like this or not. Modulus means what? Modulus means absolute value. That means absolute value of every positive number will be equal to itself or not, will be equal to itself or not, right? If I want to write down the absolute value of a negative number, what I do, I simply make it positive. I simply make it positive. That means what? If I cut number line from here, if I cut number line from here and I rotate this thing over here, as this one, and overlap these two lines, right? What I'm doing is that this was 0, this was 2. If I take this portion of the number line and I rotate it like this and put it over here, that is, assume as if it is hinged at 0. Hinged means it is fixed at 0, right? And if I rotate it like this, right, okay, what I'll be getting? I'll be getting the same line on this one, right, on the earlier one. All right, so I can definitely say that 2 के साथ में अब क्या आ जाएगा, -2 भी आ जाएगा. So modulus is something like this, in which mod of 2 is equal to mod of -2, right or not? Right or not? So you can feel modulus like this, right? What I want is mod of x always lesser than equal to 2, which means what? If I'm traveling on a number line, from origin, if I reach 2, and from the left, if I'm walking towards the left hand side, if I reach -2, in between -2 and 2, my mod of x will be always lesser than equal to 2 or not, right? For any value if I take which lies in between -2 and 2, my absolute value will be lesser than equal to 2 or not, guys. It is very important, right or not? So I can definitely say from here that my x will be greater than equal to -2 and lesser than 2. Everybody agree with me or not? Everybody agree with me or not? So I'll generalize this particular thing, that if mod of x is given lesser than a, and this a which I'm writing is some constant number, some constant number, right? Some constant number means what? Anything from 0 to infinity, some positive constant, that is any number between between 0 to infinity. I can say infinity, that is towards right hand side. If I take any positive real number is what I want to say, right? If I take any positive number towards my left hand side and it is given to me that this inequality holds true, then this x will be lying between -a, say greater than or equal to, and lesser than or equal to a. Everybody clear with this thing or not? It is very important. This a can be any positive real number. Why I'm saying positive? I'm saying positive because you guys know that output of a modulus function is always positive, right? Always positive. Just think over this thing. I'll tell you what we will do in the negative whenever this a value written over here is negative also, right? I'll tell you that. So do not worry about that. As of now, just take a feel of this particular thing, that whenever it is a positive real number, what to do. Everybody clear? All right. If this equality symbol over here, this equality symbol over here is not given, let's say it is given to me like this: mod of x is less than a, where a is some positive real number, then also do not worry about that. Just write, can we write this expression as this or not? What do we mean by this thing is that this inequality will give me these values of x. And again I'm telling you guys, Again I'm telling you, this thing is written inside the modulus. That's why I'm writing this thing over here. If something else is written over here, you can write that same thing over here also. Everybody clear? All right, superb. Let me take you to few other properties of modulus, right? If something like this is given to me, if something like this is given to me, that mod of x is greater than equal to 4, then I just came to know that modulus is a kind of a function, which means if I'm going from some distance towards right and the same distance towards left of 0, then it will have same meaning. It will have same meaning because what I'll talk about is magnitude only, right? So what I need is my magnitude greater than equal to 4. So I'll have to walk more than or equal to 4 units, right or not? More than or equal to 4 units, right or not? So my x will be definitely greater than equal to 4. But if I'm walking towards left 4 units and more, what I'll be getting? My distance, my x will be what, guys? In this case, my x will be lesser than equal to -4 or not. My x will be lesser than or equal to -4 or not. I'll tell you guys, -4 is lesser than -3. -4 is lesser than -3. I hope everybody out there knows this thing. Why it is lesser? Because it lies on the left hand side on number line, right? -3k left hand side mein -4 lies on the number line. That's why this thing happens. Everybody clear with this thing? Everybody clear with this thing or not? Everybody clear? All right, that's why I have changed the sign of inequality over here. All right, so what I want to tell you is that whenever you guys have been given this kind of a thing, that mod of y is greater than equal to a, where a is some positive real number. What do I mean by this thing? What do I mean by this thing, guys? I can definitely say that either my y will be greater than or equal to a, or my y will be lesser than or equal to minus a. Everybody clear? Everybody clear with this thing or not? The same thing which I have done earlier. Why I have written y instead of x is that whatever written inside the modulus, I'll put it here. The idea is this. But if we use always x, you guys can get confused. That's why I have written y over here. My idea is, if x minus 1 is written inside the modulus, then instead of y, I'll write x minus 1. Everybody clear with this thing or not? Everybody clear with this thing or not? Superb, guys. All right, let me take you to another property of modulus, right? Another property of modulus. If something like this is given to me, mod of x is lesser than or equal to a, right? Is lesser than or equal to a, and this a is negative real number. I know one thing which I told you in the very beginning of the discussion of the modulus, that the output of a modulus function is always greater than equal to 0. That means this thing written over here will be greater than equal to 0. And if a is some negative number, let's say -1, can an output of a modulus function be lesser than a negative number? No. That means directly in this case we can say no solution occurs. No solution occurs. Everybody clear with this thing or not? All right, one more property which is left, guys, is that if this thing is written, mod of x is greater than equal to, this time the symbol is opposite and it is written as -4, right? Let's say a negative number is written over here. I know that this thing written over here will be always positive or not? right? You guys know, all right. So this thing will be always greater than equal to -4, right or not? So what is the solution of this inequality is that x belongs to all real numbers. X belongs to all real numbers, or I can write in English language as x can be any real number. X can be any real number. This is a mathematical notation. Just get familiar with these notations. Once you get familiar with these notations, it will be very easy for you guys to command over mathematics and physics also in the upcoming days. Everybody agree? All right, superb. So I'll generalize this property which I have discussed over here. If this thing is written over here, this is a property. This is a property that mod of x is greater than equal to a is given, where a is some negative real number, then I can say that it is true. It is true for all real values of x. That means x belongs to R is the solution of this inequality. Everybody clear? Everybody clear or not, guys? I want each and everybody to respond on this. Everybody clear? All right, guys, just go through all of these things once again. If you guys had any doubt in this, you'll definitely clear it, I know. And if you do that, all the problems involving modulus will be very easy to understand for you guys, right? I hope you learned something out of today's video, right? Thank you so much for today's presentation. Thank you so much.